Hi, I'm Sienna Miller. I'm here with Harper's Bazaar to show you what is inside my beauty bag. As you can see by the state of my beauty bag, this is genuinely my beauty bag that I haven't really been through. I just have been away for a month and I grabbed it. So this is authentically what's in my beauty bag, complete with dirty smudges. These are great. They are Wonder Sleep mushroom gummies, and I think they really work. But if you can't sleep. This is a really fantastic secret. It's called A313, and it's a French retinol that you can get over the counter. And Alexa Chung told me about it because she's got the most amazing skin, and it is described as the French girl's secret to grey skin. So we all need that. This is amazing. This is a new product by Sarah Chapman, who also does the best facials, and it's a vitamin C power. You just glow if you put this on. I feel most beautiful probably after a day at the beach. That sandy, windy, suntanned moment. Yes, relaxed and happy and a little bit sun-kissed. I mean, I suppose I do have a personal beauty philosophy, which is I think people look most beautiful without a ton of makeup. I love natural skin, and obviously that's not always achievable with natural skin, but makeup that kind of enhances somebody doesn't transform them completely, although that can be fun. But I'd say that my philosophy was natural. If I look back in the 90s, 14, 15, it was a lot of, I was quite into sort of a blue eyeshadow and too much blush. It was all wrong, but you're figuring it out. I think pretty much since I grew up and became a young woman, I've always been more minimalist. I get really freckly in the sun, and then in winter my freckles fade and I just have sort of little brown smudges. So I like to add them occasionally, which is a big secret that I'm just giving away, but whatever. With this U-Tan pen, which is leaking. Kind of like a fake tan pen that you can just stick on. That's good. I live with an 11-year-old, and for some reason that age group know more about skincare and makeup than anybody in the world. And my daughter once asked if she could do my makeup, and I was like, okay, fine. And she did it, and I have had better makeup, but it was pretty impressive. So I now listen to my 11-year-old about what I should buy, and she told me to get this Glow recipe. I think it's very trendy. It's Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Huge Drops. It's got a kind of tint, it's quite dark, but it gives you a slightly bronzed glow. This Flawless Filter, again, with all the writing coming off because it's so loved, by Charlotte Tilbury, is genuinely a flawless filter. It's amazing. Marlo also got me onto that, and she was right. This is just like a glowy, dewy, perfect young face. Oh, this is great. MV Skin Therapy, Sharon, who makes these products. All of her products are incredible, and this is a rose hydrating mist. It's nice on a flight, it's nice after makeup, and it's all very organic and good for you and smells delicious. It feels like a real ritual. She's a pretty special lady. Because I have to wear so much makeup for work, it's probably why I'm less adventurous at home. I love how makeup can transform one, and I have never been happier than when I was in a full face of prosthetics to play somebody called Beth Ailes in a TV series called The Loudest Voice, and it was so fun to look like a completely different person. And obviously the tricks that you can do with makeup are hugely important and influential, whether you have to look like you're on drugs or exhausted or whatever it is, you can do it with makeup, and I love that part of playing. Early on in my career I played Edie Sedgwick, and she had such a specific look. I would put the brown contact lenses in and then have that very kind of clearly her makeup executed perfectly, and it was the moment where I really felt the transformation. This is really expensive, but it's fantastic. It's the Lima laser, and I was very fortunately given this, and I think it really works. I really do. And it's quite nice to sit in front of the telly and just kind of rub it on your face with whatever product you have. They do make their own products as well, but I should probably keep it in a little sock. But anyway, it's in there and it works. This is a great moisturizer, McCreen Actives. She is a dermatologist in New York, and this high performance face cream it's filled with, I don't even know how many actives, 50 actives. It really is fantastic on a flight. You can put it on and you will see a little bit later that you look better. I like instant efficacy. I get very impatient with things that take a while to work. Nothing's got a lid as we get progressively further along. This is HelioCare sunscreen with colour. So it's factor 50, which obviously we should all be using, apparently. Took me a while to catch on to that. And it's also a makeup, and the makeup is the best foundation. It's really, really good. So it gives you a glow and it's doing something good for your skin. I like that one. This is Scarlett Johansson's brand. This is the eye cream. Her products are so clean, and obviously with my child raiding my entire cupboard constantly, it's nice to have things in there that you know she can use and won't be damaging to her skin. I particularly love this eye cream. It really works for me. I love having facials because I'm making up for lost time when I didn't do them for a decade. In London, Sarah Chapman does an amazing treatment that is very luxurious and very relaxing. I always end up snoring in her face, but she also has the M face, which is a kind of pulsing thing that's very lifting and great. So I love that facial. And Shane Cooper, I think, is fantastic. His products are also beautiful. Does dermablading for I've got slightly fluffy face, and that's useful. And he has lots of other machines. And Karen Bartov has also got every machine in the world. And I think if you can do a little bit of laser and the right Morpheus or whatever it is, if you can do those treatments as you get older, you can avoid filler and Botox and things that I think really change people. It's nice to see people looking older and looking like themselves, otherwise it can look like you're wearing your insecurity and facing the world with that, as opposed to celebrating the fact that, you know, it's all heading south. This is Cool Girl by Sam McKnight. You can kind of wash your hair and tip it up and just spray this all over, and it gives you a texture, and I feel like it's a little dry shampoo, even though it probably isn't, but it just gives you a cool girl texture in your hair. And it comes in a nice size for a slob with a sack for a beauty bag. My signature hairstyle would be just rolled out of bed. I, much to the chagrin of my child, don't really brush my hair still, which is quite unforgivable for somebody my age. I have naturally wavy hair, and it kind of looks better if I just let it dry and leave it. It's got a bit of a wave, and I don't really care for my hair, except now that I have discovered Sam McKnight's products, I suppose I'm caring for it a bit more. He's got a nice cream called Happy Endings, and that's good when it gets really fried. I can never be bothered to wet the hair, put the thingy on, wait to wash it. You know, I like a treatment that you can do in one go in the shower. Actually, there is something called Plarma, P-L-A-R-M-A, which is an intensive conditioning thing that you can do after you've washed it and leave it on for a minute and wash it off, and that's great. I've actually got a lot of hair, and Marlo has got the, who makes the Hoover, the Dyson. I got it for her for Christmas with all of the appendages, and I have had a play around with it, and it will kind of tousle your hair in a way that's nice. So occasionally I'll mess around with the Dyson, but I am lazy. I'm lazy with this stuff, and because my whole thing is slightly undone, I can get away with it. Oh, I like to cut people's hair, and I like to cut my own hair. Yeah, I still have about 5 people who come to me for haircuts. Weirdly, I've never been trained. But I was told that to cut a fringe, you pull it together and you cut it in a sort of triangle arrow shape, and it will be the perfect 70s fringe, but don't blame me when you try it and it goes horribly wrong. This is fantastic, Westman Atelier. I love her makeup. It was confusing because there's different colours in there, and I didn't know whether you should select all of them individually or whether you should smush, but clearly I made a decision just to use it all. And it's, I use it actually on my eyelids, lips and cheeks. Very chic little nude packet. Oh look, a touche éclat that I still use even though it looks like a sort of broom. Remarkably, it's still giving me some dried up. That's tragic. trendy lip gloss I stole from my child, Summer Fridays. Oh, this is the best, I think, concealer, the stretch concealer. And I use that with something that my makeup artist Wendy Rowe got for me, which is the best thing I've ever been given. It's a Pat McGrath finger brush. It feels like a finger, and I really do all of my makeup and skincare with my hands until I was given this, and now I use it for everything at the same time. So I'll use it for concealer, then I'll put the powder on, then I'll do a bit of eyeshadow. I mean, it's multicolored, but it's a fantastic brush. This is discontinued Amanda Harrington face mist bronzing thing, and it is the best product, and it's a tragedy that it's not made anymore. Because in summer, when you've got a bit of a tan, if you add this, you buff it in, you kind of don't need a lot else. So I am really sparingly using this with no lid again. Beauty-wise, a little bit of a tan makes me just feel better. I naturally go quite brown in the sun, and so when I'm paler, I have like a greenish tone. I just generally suit the sun. So if I'm feeling a bit sad, I'll add some Glow Drops by Tan Luxe or that Amanda Harrington that I'm cherishing, and it will just make me feel better. I wash my face every day and night, which is something I didn't always used to do. I know it sounds like an obvious thing. I think people now are so much more clued up on taking care of their skin, but when I was in my 20s, we just sort of go out all night and, you know, grab a wet wipe on the way to work, and I look at young people now and I'm quite envious of the way that they're taking care of their skin. But you can reverse a lot of that damage with some of the treatments now. So yeah, I wash my face and I give myself a big pat on the back for that. And I think I have quite good skin intuition. I know what my skin needs at any given point, and I'm not particularly faithful to one routine or one product. I can quite fluidly mix and match, as you can tell by the state of this enormous bag. My sister always said to me, never let your face get dry when you get out of the bath or shower without putting something on it. And actually I think she's onto something with that. Fragrance, this is an 11 oil. I think Kat Deely makes this oil with somebody else. It's like an aromatherapy. It's probably about to leak. No, it's not. It's got a roller and it's really beautiful smelling. I don't know what's in it, but every time I wear it, people ask me what I'm wearing. I will chop and change between that and the Le Labo Thé Noir, which is the black tea. I really like that scent. And I suppose people would say that that smells like me. So I like a forest. I like to smell a bit like a woodland creature. My first ever scent was by Donna Karan when I was 14. It was called Cashmere Mist. And if I smell that, that also still reminds me of being a teenager, which is quite sweet. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing what's in my messy beauty bag.